Hi, this is Ben here with Pierre Driving School. What we're covering today is what is the proper way to make a right turn, right? We've done a lot of lesson with students here. What we come to understand that they're having some difficulty knowing the right way to make their right turn, and also the speeding that they need to be when they're making the right turn. So we're gonna do a video here. We're gonna cover this today so we can take this confusion out once and for all right? So first of all, as a student, when you're driving on a two-lane street as we are now, you're supposed to be on the right side of the road. That's the number one rule of thumbs, right? At this traffic coming up here, we're making a right turn. We're gonna signal to the side that we're making the turn. We cover on the brake to lessen the speed. Then the light turn yellow. We're not gonna go there. When you're making those right turn, first thing is there for you to do, you have to signal the attention where you're making the turn. For the right turn, when do you signal? You signal 100 feet away before the turn. How do you recognize 100 feet away? It's from the last pole before the pole that we're making the turn, right? And when you make those right turn, you have to fall to the closest lane you turn into. That's the right way, the proper way to make turns. And you make sure you have to close the side that you're making the turn where no cars can fit within that gap. You have to leave the gap in the way. And the pedestrian, skateboarder, and bicycle can fit in that gap. Of course, now since you signal to make that turn, when you're ready to make that turn, you're gonna do a shoulder and mirror check verification before making the turn. In this instance, I'm making a right turn here. Whenever I'm ready to make the turn, I'm gonna check mirror right, shoulder right, and make the turn. And make the turn fall to the closest lane that I turn into. The examiner very looking into those things as you're doing your road test to see how you handle those turns and how you make those things. About just going to the turn, there's a certain way they want you to make the turn in order for them to pass to the test. We're going to cover a few right turns today, and from there we're going to see what are the best practices, what are the proper way to make right turn. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, you can do that by hitting the subscribe button and also ring the bell notification icon, so each time we drop a video, you'll be the first one to be notified. Always remember also, as you're doing your road test, you're driving, you always have both hands on the steering wheel. Whenever you hit the brake, see? So the right turn green, mirror right, shoulder right, then I'm gonna make my right turn and fall to the closest right lane. And all of your turns have to be within 3 to 5 miles an hour. Let me say it slow. All of your turns have to be within 3 to 5 miles per hour. And when you're ready to make the turn, you need to cover the brake so you can lessen your speed. You cannot make the turn fast nor slow, right? You need to cover the brake when you're making the turn. Otherwise, your turn gonna be too fast, or you're gonna have to jerk before you go to the turn, right? You're gonna drive more, do a few more right turns, so I can explain to you what we're doing here, right? So we keep both hands on the steering wheel, and we pay good attention with the traffic to see what's going on around us, right? So there's a light coming up here. We're gonna make a right turn. What do? 100 feet away. How we recognize 100 feet away is from the last pole before the pole that we're making a turn. In this instance, that's the pole right here. Okay, I'm signaling now, and I'm start leaning towards my turn. Okay, verifying mirror check, mirror right, shoulder right. Then I'm gonna come here and stop, because I see there is a human that jogging. For the purpose of the road test, you'll have to let the human clear. Okay? Good, then make the turn. See, people are honking. Jesus Christ. As you're doing, people are crossing the street, you have to let them clear, okay? You cannot, for the purpose of the road test while you're driving, you cannot have these people be blowing their horn at you, make you do otherwise. You still will do what you have to do, because you know you're driving, you're doing a road test, you do what's best for you. See, good. We're gonna try another right turn again. At this traffic light here, we're making a right turn. We're gonna signal to the right to lessen the speed. We cover the brake to lessen the speed. Mirror right, shoulder right, and go to the turn. All right, nice and smooth. Push and pull. There's no rush. Okay, rolling back nice and smooth. We continue to go there. All right. Whenever making this right turn, first, you have to signal. Second, you have to slow down, covering the brake to lessen the speed. Third, you have to check the mirror. Fourth, you have to check the shoulder. Then you go through the turn. And last, you continue to drive to the closest lane that you turn into. In instance, since we're talking about the right turn, we're gonna fall to the closest right lane. The only instance you may not fall to the closest right lane in the event that there is something right after you make the turn that blacken your view, that blacken your way, of course you're not gonna stay there, because you're gonna crash through that thing. You can go around it by signaling all your attention. Let's try to do it again here. Right turn here, right? Okay, mirror right, shoulder right, then you're gonna go to the turn. See, I'm still scanning. I'm falling right in my middle lane. In this instance, the one lane straight. Good. We're gonna try it again. At this traffic light here, right turn, signal right, lessen the speed, mirror right, shoulder right. I'm blocking this spot. What you guys know that I'm doing here, I'm blocking to my right side. No cars can fit in between. We just wanna leave room for pedestrian, skateboarder, and bicycle to fit in. Mirror green, mirror right, shoulder right, light is green. I'm making my right turn. If you notice that, guys, a one with two-way load, I stay to my closest right lane. See, I'm keeping to my closest right lane. You cannot make this right turn here and go in the left lane. That will not be acceptable, and they will fail you the test, because when you turn right, you're supposed to the closest right lane you turn into. We're gonna try 2 more here, okay? As the traffic light coming up, we're making a right turn. So I'm lessening the speed, mirror right, shoulder right, blocking the sight. All right, so I'm making sure that no cars can fit in within that gap. Folks, cannot stress this enough. Make sure you've always blocking the side, because car will try to fit in. And if you're doing your road test, you let that occur to you, the examiner will have to intervene and hit the brake, because that's a serious matter. If they let that through, that will lead to an accident of which we do not need. It is important for you to understand those things when you're doing your road test. Although you got someone next to you that can guide you in the unlikely event, but you do not want that, because the examiner are not there to do a road lesson just like we do as instructor, right? You see, light turn green, mirror right, shoulder right, and I'm making my turn. I'm falling to the closest right lane. Okay, now since it's a 2-lane street, I keep right in the middle. We're gonna make one last right turn here, then we're gonna see how that go from there. Right? You signal your intention. I'm stopping at it. At the traffic, and there's a car in front of me. You leave the gap in front where only no cars can fit in, but you can see their tire, right? At this traffic light coming up here, we're making a right turn. Okay, turn in here, mirror right, shoulder right, go to your turn, folks. All right, guys, nice and busy. We stay to your lane, folks. This is how you make your right turn. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. Until then, keep practicing. This has been with Pierre Driving School. Take care now.